I gave you a single task before we came onto this podcast. Go on to Momi2 and look through our over 10,000 titles and find a single movie that you and I could watch. So there's more for me and you to watch. And you picked Cold Sweat.
I did.
Cold Sweat with Mr. Charles Bronson.
That's right.
Why did you pick Cold Sweat? And every movie on Momi2, I love every single film.
Yes.
But you went back to 1970.
Yes, I did.
You took it back 55 years.
I had to.
If my math is right, because I'm just terrible at math. But
Yes.
Cold Sweat.
Well, I wanted first. I saw 1970 and I saw Charles Bronson, and I said, "Let's do this."
Yeah.
Because growing up, and I'll keep it as short as I can, but basically, growing up, we talked about blockbuster movies and all that stuff. Hugely influential. But it wasn't until I started watching movies from the American New Wave from the late 60s, 70s, and early 80s that I realized film could show you the world in a real way. And Charles Bronson was a big part of that. Charles Bronson he was just notorious for the Death Wish movies when I was growing up. And so these were things my dad would sit down and watch, and I should not have been watching, but I was alongside
I watched
him.
a fair amount of movies that I should not have watched.
Definitely.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
And so when I saw 1970, Charles Bronson, I said, whatever this is, I want to know about it. And it was not quite what I thought. I thought I was going to get into some real gritty. I saw the word cartel. I was like, ooh, we're getting into some real gritty shit here. And it turned into sort of this bright, sort of Amalfi Coast, like swinging late 60s kind of thriller.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I thought we were going to get ourselves a real nitty gritty thing. It's like we got a French thriller is what we got. And I was like, oh, this is totally different than what I thought I was getting into.
Yeah, it was definitely unique. I did not. Yeah, you like that word?
Yeah.
I did not know what we were getting into, first of all.
Neither me.
Because I don't know if you know this. I've never seen a Charles Bronson movie before.
All right.
So I'll be completely honest about that. But so I didn't know. I've heard his name.
Yes.
He's iconic.
He is.
And I just had never seen a film. So I was like, I'm excited to watch this.
I apologize for giving you your first experience with a Charles Bronson film.
No, it was I actually enjoyed it for what it was.
Me too.
It was a fun film. I love the relationships. Even just like how there's a backstory with like kind of talked with the mafia and such. And this is kind of a spoiler free review, so I don't want to get too deep into the story. But I actually kind of enjoyed it. Like it was a fun watch to go back to like a film that's 50 years old and to see what they were doing back then, especially what they were doing back then in France.
Yes.
It takes place in France. So like I'm sure the crew was probably French.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting kind of into French cinema. It actually lists in our metadata that it's France.
Mm-hmm.
It's even though it's kind of an American movie, but then you have actually French credits.
The credits are in French.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, is this a French movie? Did he speak French? Like I was like, oh, here we go. What
He said a few words.
A couple.
Yeah, there's a couple there, and then
couple.
little subtitles here and there. But I mean, it was like an Americanized European movie because there was French, there was the wife is German.
Yeah.
You got the one guy, what was his name? Katanga.
Yeah,
He was like Italian.
I thought he was
maybe.
German or
Like,
Swiss.
I don't know. Like
no one knows.
yeah, but then you have the Americans that are in the film, and so because I wasn't going to get into the characters yet, but I mean we could talk about it in a second. But so diverse,
Yes.
so eclectic, but it was fun. Like I just enjoyed it because it was so different than what I normally watch.
It did scratch one itch for me, which was this nostalgia for my childhood. Because again, my dad loved watching that stuff. But then I realized I was like, man, like the whole setup of this movie is like him and his wife, and like there's some trouble in my past.
Yeah.
And they live in this humble little house, in France. And I was like, this is just a Saturday night at my Uncle Ralph's house. Like it was so familiar.
Yeah.
Like it was really how the people I grew up around, how the adults I grew up around talked, how they acted, how they kept their homes. Yeah. All of that was so familiar to me. So it was like it was taking a little bit of a look into the past. Mm-hmm. And it was even the way they talk. I'm like, yeah, that's how my uncles talked when they had a couple cores in them. Like that's how they sounded. Like everything about it felt authentic, but just to some other time.
For sure. It's so funny how like the littlest things can bring back so many good memories.
Yeah.
Like even when I set this podcast studio up, like it seems weird, but every time I put these arms up, I think of Short Circuit
Yes.
because it just looks like Johnny Five.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just a little memory that I get. You like that?
I love Short Circuit.
Isn't it so good?
I'm a Short Circuit 2 guy. Okay.
Don't you want to be a pepper too? So good. Back to Cold Sweat. Pacing.
Yes.
Very important as a director.
Yes.
How was the pacing of the film for you?
I didn't.
Hour and 37 minutes long.
You could kind of feel it in the middle, and I think an average movie that happens anyway.
Yeah.
In average movies, you start to kind of feel it, and you go, "Where is this going? Where's this going?" And especially with the '70s, the sensibilities are different. You take time to sit and talk. There's not a lot of camera tricks. So it's about what's happening. It's just about what's happening with the people. So you got to be more patient with those. And I immediately give movies from a different time more grace in that respect. So I was like, okay, there's going to be a lot more talking about what happened rather than showing what happened, and that's fine. You know, that's how they were making those movies, and that's how they developed their intrigue and their thrills and their mystery through that and through cryptic language. And what did you mean by that? And what was that all about? Why won't you tell me what was happening, Frank? And that acting style too. That's a little more heightened, and because it's a throwback to another time. So I think where it lacked in pacing, it made up for in sort of just vibes.
Yeah.
Like 70s vibes that you can't that I ultimately landed on with this. I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for, and I got it.
It's funny you bring up the middle because I got to a point when I was watching it and I was like, oh, I wonder how much time's left in the film. Because I was like,
That's
because
a bad
I'm
sign.
watching and I'm also like writing down questions
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So I'm doing other stuff than just watching a film. And,
Yeah.
And so, and I'm like researching stuff and I'm like, you know, what are the movies of Charles Bronson in? Like, how stuff's going on or whatever. And so I got to the point, I was like, how much time's left in this like thing? And it was only 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, we've just started.
We're not even halfway through. Like, I was like, all right, there's got to be a lot more action coming.
Right.
And I was right. But it was
Yeah.
just like, there's nothing climactic has happened yet.
No.
And I was just like, I wanted it. I
Yeah.
wanted something. And luckily the end of the film, like the latter third, I would say,
Oh yeah.
really gave me what I wanted out of a Charles Bronson movie, or what I've heard of being a Charles Bronson film, right? So
yes.
it finally gave me what I was itching for from
Yeah.
the beginning. Because the beginning, again, yeah, it was very, I don't know, touristy. Like
Yeah.
you get that the older man and the little girl who doing the boat tour because
Right.
they want to go fishing or whatever it is. Like I couldn't even figure out what they were doing. And all of a sudden they go to like get on the boat later and they're like waiting and he's like, get another boat. It's just like,
Yeah.
what? Like, it's such a random part to add into that story
But-
that didn't need to really be there, or they could have developed a bit more. I don't know.
But man, all that randomness like reminded me of life growing up. Like
Yeah.
like my folks would say some random ass shit, and you're like, what? What is happening? Like, and that is a very like, what is happening kind of
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
going on with that movie.
So Charles Bronson, his performance,
Yes.
you didn't get what you wanted really, but how was it in this film for you?
It was what I was looking for from Charles Bronson.
Okay.
It was like Charles Bronson was in this movie. This movie was something like this was like a Cool Hand Luke. This was like it was supposed to star some like, you know, kind of pencil necked like English guy is what this movie was supposed to star. Instead, it's Charles fucking Bronson.
Yeah.
And so he sticks out like a sore thumb. He's kind of wiry, and he's like his face is like 30 years older than his actual age.
It's like Jean-Claude Van Damme in a movie sometimes. It just didn't fit, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It's
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And it's like, how do you get this very nice and soft and gentle wife, you know, looking and acting the way you act? I mean, he's a roughneck. He's gritty, and that's what I was looking for. I was hoping the whole movie was going to be gritty,
Yeah.
and it's really just Charles Bronson's gritty, because even the bad guys in the movie, they're not that gritty.
Yeah, I mean, well, there is a mixture of bad guys. So I have a couple names written down, but one of them really stood out to me was James Mason.
Me too.
And so James Mason, if you don't know who that is, he's an iconic actor.
Yeah,
But one of the things he's most known for is A Star Is Born.
That's right.
With Judy Garland.
Yep.
And most people don't know that A Star Is Born, for what we know it as, is a remake.
yeah,
It's not even a remake. It is a remake, but it's a a new version, a retelling of it because it fits today's world, like
Right.
an artist, like a singer songwriter artist versus a Broadway singer,
Right.
and so. But James Mason's iconic. To see him play kind of the bad guy in this was really different.
And acting the shit out of it, too.
He did an incredible job.
He was just sitting there bleeding out. I don't want to spoil what's going on, but it's just like, and I was like, nobody acts like that anymore.
And the makeup.
He's getting paler and paler, and certain parts of him are getting red, and other parts are getting blue, and you're just like, and it's makeup. It's like clearly makeup, and but he's selling it. And I was like, man, that's such a. Just that alone, that's funny. You mentioned that because I put it in my notes too. I go, James Mason is carrying this movie across the finish line.
Oh, for sure.
With his acting, where it's like I'm bleeding out. I was like, man, why don't people act that way anymore? Everything is so literal now, like all realistic. And I was like, what if somebody made a movie where people acted like that, like the characters properly acted that way? Like now, I want to play with that.
Well, I do know a director.
Do you?
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't write.
His name is Patrick.
Oh, no.
He hates writing.
Yeah, he does.
He wants other people to write.
Someone else write this. You're out there. You're out there and you love 1960s mid-Atlantic accents, so let's do it.
So we also have Liv Ullmann from Face to Face. That's what she's most known for. And then Jill Ireland, who most people know as Layla Caldoni, from Star Trek. So she's the only lover of Spock.
No shit. Can we cut us? I've been cussing all over this podcast.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask.
Just don't celebrate it,
Yeah, sure.
like in old school, Talk shit, balls. You're not gonna celebrate, Frank. But Jill's in a ton of Charles Bronson films. That's what she's most really known for. But like, it is kind of cool that she's in as Layla Caldoni. Kind of a cool fact. I'm not a Trekkie.
I'm not either.
If you're a Trekkie, it's kind of a fun fact.
Congratulations, Trekkers.
Yeah.
You did it.
The Trekkers, we trekked you along.
She's in this.
What stood out to you visually? Because that's where I know your eye is also going.
The simplicity of the camera and how it was still effective. Now the French, this should go without saying, and the director's English, so it's kind of different. It's a French crew, English director.
What's funny is I didn't even write down who the director is.
He did like 3 Bond movies, and they were Dr. No and a couple other ones. Like they're known Bond movies, but it was like just going. We're putting the camera here and letting the action play out. We may follow it, we may track it, we may not. And I was like, and it made me think about Oppenheimer recently because they did the same thing. They shirked all the cool cranes and all that stuff, and they went, it's a dolly or it's on sticks or it's handheld. And that's this movie, dolly sticks handheld.
Yep.
Super simple.
Very simple. Move around France very easily. Like,
yes.
No crazy setups, like obviously going up the hill and all that stuff. Because if you think of all that car chasing stuff, like, well, you got to bring all your cameras with you too.
I've done a lot of car to car.
Yep.
I've done a lot of automotive. It's hard. And back then it was even harder. There was less tools.
Yeah.
And the cameras were bigger, and you're loading film, like it's way harder. So simpler the better. And so I was appreciative of them. I was like, nope, we're putting the camera low to the asphalt, and he's gonna blow by, and we're gonna feel it. And Carl, Carl, whoever's on the camera at the time, like, you're gonna move just a little bit as he goes.
Carl.
I don't know French names.
Sorry, that's just so funny.
I've been to that part of France too. Nice. They were over Nice.
Well, so they filmed it in an area in the south of France.
Yeah.
Not Nice, but
near there.
The main, all the outside stuff was near. It's near there.
Yeah.
Car Day something. But then all the studio stuff that they filmed was in Nice. In Nice studios.
There you go.
So like inside of the cabin and inside of the house and all that stuff. That was all in a set inside of Nice.
Okay,
really
great.
Cool.
Yeah. But it was interesting to see that because I was like, because the French always teach me that I don't know shit about filmmaking. Like they always blow my mind.
Oh, they teach you don't know shit about anything.
Yeah,
So
truly. But I mean, when it comes to film, it's like they make bad films better than everybody else.
Yeah,
like
I think it depends on what part of France you're into. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're in Nice or kind like they're actually really nice. I've been to Paris too, and the Parisians are not as nice. So
yeah, but damn, can they make movies?
Yeah.
And so, you know, combine that with like an English director and his sensibilities and all that stuff. I was like, it inspired me because I was like, oh, I always think about making tricks. I just saw Weapons. Weapons has a lot of visual tricks. Nothing wrong with that. But it was like, how can you tell the story simply? You ain't got a budget? Okay, cool. But look at they made a whole damn movie with Charles Bronson in it without all the good stuff, without all the tricks.
You know,
So you can make something.
A fun test would be to get 3 different directors, crews, actors, give one a big budget, give one like a, you know, middle of the road, maybe $1 to $3 million budget.
Yeah.
And then give another crew like an under $300,000 budget, like
Yes.
a ultra low budget.
Yeah.
You know, have them make the same film. Don't tell them all the other ones are being made. Yeah. And then have them come out.
Yeah.
All at the same time and just see what comes out. I would love that. How to see the difference, how the different things are interpreted, going from like maybe 1 or 2 sets because that's all you have the money for, to like, you know, someone doing like crazy CGI or whatever, like, you know, aerial tricks and drones, and I don't know. It'd just be kind of fun to see the differences.
I've had a very similar fantasy in my head. Take the 3 top grossing directors of the year, and the next year they have to make a micro budget film in under a month, start to finish.
I love that.
And then start to finish, micro budget, like cannot go over budget. Go out and make the thing.
Yeah. That'd be incredible.
I would love to see. I just want to call up Jim and Cameron because I can call him up. Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
I want to see you. I know you're busy with Avatar 10. Just do this. Like, do this and show people what's up. Like, I know you're a hands-on filmmaker, so go do it.
100%. Because I want to know, like, can you do what you did when you first started?
Yes.
And I'm sure they can. Like, but I would love to see it.
I want to see it.
I'm with you on that.
And that was my overall vibe of this movie. I was like, damn, I could go make this movie right now. It wasn't like lit particularly beautifully. You know, they took advantage of the landscapes, which is smart to do. Their cinematographer was smart with that respect. And then they just told the story they were telling. I mean, straightforward. It's as straight as it can go. It's A to B.
Yep.
And I'm like, why do you keep overthinking this, Patrick?
For sure.
Every day you wake up and overthink this damn thing.
Who do you think's going to enjoy this film?
Nostalgia junkies, especially people who love stuff from the 60s. If you're way into the 60s, swing in the 60s specifically, you will like this film. I think it's got a broad appeal. Like some people like, I don't like thrillers. I don't like violence. It's like, you can handle this.
Oh, for sure. It was light.
It was light. It's not what I thought I was getting into. I thought I was getting into a much heavier movie.
For sure.
And I'm just like, if you love stuff from that era, from the swinging 60s, then you should check this out.
Definitely. Last question before I let you go.
Please.
This is not related to the film. It's related to Momi too. I would love to hear your thoughts as being just a cinephile, being a director, obviously being just exposed in the whole world of cinema. What are your thoughts on Momi 2?
I love it. I think it's great. First and foremost, when you can give people a free streaming service, that's everything. A lot of times we will not review a movie that people can't just go stream. Obviously, there's big streamers that pretty much everybody has. But if it's like, oh, it's behind a paywall, I don't want to do that to people. I want them to be able to go see stuff. So the fact that you guys went, we're going to do ad-based. I'm spending more time on ad-based streamers than ever before because it's worth it. And I love the old catalogs. Like, look, I was never going to see this movie. I was never going to see it.
Yeah.
But you had it there. And I was like, hell yeah, an old Charles Bronson movie? Let's put it on and see what happens. I love that. We're not going to mention those other streamers.
It's all good.
But they're out there, the big ones, the big players in the industry.
We actually respect them. We enjoy them, and we're big fans because they help our industry also thrive. Because you got to need advertisers to understand free streaming, and you can't do that with a bunch of small streamers. So shout out to all of them.
But I guarantee you, everybody who listens to this, when they go to their big streamer, they go to the old faithful stuff. They go and rewatch their favorite TV show. They go and rewatch their favorite movie. That's what they do on the big streamers. Yeah. But when they go on the smaller ad-based streamers that are free, they're discovering things for the first time. Yep. And so it was so easy to use. I opened it up and I knew what I was doing right away. And it was easy to find categories right away. And I go, this is what I'm talking about. Easy layout. It's all free. Watch a couple ads, no big deal. Yeah. What more do you want?
Appreciate that. No, it means the world, and that's what we're trying to do. We're working really hard every single day, and shout out to our director of operations, Charles, for curating all our content, because that's something we do. We actually don't use algorithms at all.
Oh, that's great.
All of our content is presented by hand. So if we want to present a film that is completely underserved and super low budget and whatever, but we want to showcase it
Yeah.
and then hit those guys up and be like, hey, just a heads up, your film is going to be up for the next few days in pole position.
Wow. That's great.
We can do that because we do it by hand and we don't let an algorithm dictate what we're doing. So,
Thank goodness somebody's doing that. 'Cause
trying to.
my God, they want me to make movies based on the algorithms now.
Thanks for spending your time with us today on the More For Me and You podcast. If you've made it to the end, we appreciate you. Now, go do us a quick favor. Please like, comment, and share this episode. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode with the incredible guests we have coming up. You can also follow us at Momi2 Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. Oh, and for your next movie night, check out the Momi2 app. It's free and packed with amazing movies and shows you've probably never seen. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the pod.